Okay, let me share my screen. Okay. So in our last session, we have seen about the properties, how to use these properties and all. So today we'll just discuss about the conditional shapes. Okay. New folder. Conditional shapes. So in these conditional shapes, I will see about the decision, route, business rules. We'll see all these shapes. Okay. So let me go with one by one. And before that, I just want to take the same message which I'm using earlier. Okay. Sorry, this is not the one. Okay, this is the payload that we are having. And let me add an extra field over here. Okay, let me add an extra field and name it as status. Okay, we are having an extra field called status. So for example, if you want to send all the active status records to the true path and all the inactive status records to the false path of a decision, you just need to have a conditional validation. Okay. First of all, let me tell you about the decision. Decision will do the if else condition. Okay, it will validate the conditions like if else. If the condition is satisfied, then it will be sent to the true path. Else, the data will be sent to the false path. Okay, if the condition satisfies, the data will be sent to the true path. Else, the data will be sent to the false path. So you can apply this conditional validation to a profile field. Okay, to a profile field or to a property or to a function or to any lookup like so CRT lookup or document cache lookup. You can do all these things. So please choose the first value. So now we are going with the profile element. Okay, we are going to do the conditional validation of on a particular field value. What is the incoming field? XML. And let me choose the contact profile. Here in the contact profile, I just added an extra field that is status. Let me add that status. Okay. So guys, please go on mute if you're not speaking, please. So here, if the status of the incoming payload is equal to active, then it has been sent to the true path. Here the type is like static that I'm taking, active. Okay, if the status is equal to active, then that record will be sent to the true path. Else then that record will be sent to the false path. How many records that we are having over here? We are having 3 records, and the second record status is inactive, and also first record status is also inactive. The last record status is active. We are having 3 records, right? Okay, save. So here let me take a stop shape over here. So test this. If the condition satisfies, then it will be sent to the true path, else it will be sent to the false path. See, the complete record has been sent to the false path. Why? Because how many records we are having? 3 records. Okay, so only the first record and second record is I mean they are having status is equal to inactive. So only these 2 records will be sent to the false path. This record needs to be sent to the active path, right? So you have seen what happened here is like it has validated only the first record, and it will and it sent the particular document to the false path. It is not validated remaining two records. Why? Because we are getting a single document which contains multiple records. Okay, we are getting a single document which contains multiple records. So in that case, all the conditional shapes will validate only the first record. It won't validate all the existing records. So what you need to do? What you need to do if you want to do the conditional validation for all the records in that document? Okay, we have faced similar kind of issue when we are catching set property values also, right? What we did over there, we used data process shape, and before sending that to the set properties, we have splitted each and every record as an individual document. So you need to do the same thing over here. You need to split this document which contains multiple records into each individual record as a separate document. Okay, you need to do that. So in order to do that, you need to use data process shape. Save, test it. So see here now how many we are getting a single document which contains 3 records, and after the data process each and every record has been splitted. Each and every record has been splitted, and only one record will be sent to the active path because only one record is having status is equal to active, and remaining 2 are having status is equal to inactive. So Divya is the record, and that we send to the active path, and remaining 2 are sent to the false path because they are not up to the condition what we have defined. Now this is all about the decision. Okay, so decision is nothing but you can do the conditional validation. You can do the if else validation to a incoming document. If the condition satisfies, then it will be sent to the true path, else it will be sent to the false path. Okay, so one more thing that you need to remember, which path will be executed first, either the true path or false path. Every time true path will be executed first, and next the false path will be executed. Okay, just make a note of this because this is very important. Okay, so now we'll go with the route shape. Okay, now we'll go with the route shape. So now let me arrange it in a proper way. Then we can go with the next shape. Branch. How branch will work? Branch works based on sequential executions, right? So let me use this branch over here. Okay. Now let me define the condition over here. You can use a property or a profile element. Profile is an XML profile and contact profile. And here I am having status. So for example, yeah, fine. When it comes to the status, we are having either active or inactive. Okay, then decision will work over there. But when it comes to the country, okay, if all my India records will be sent to one path and Australia records will be sent to the other path, and America records to the third path, then how can you do that with the help of a decision shape? Can we do that with the help of a single decision? No, we can't do that validation using a single decision, because where we are validating multiple conditions to a single field value. Okay, but decision will validate a single condition to a single field value. Okay, if you want to validate multiple conditions to a single field value, then you just need to use route. Okay, so profile element, XML, and contact profile, and country. Okay, so here if it is equal to India, and if it is equal to America, and if it is equal to Australia. Okay, so here we are having three countries. Okay, first one is like India, and likewise you can define multiple countries. It is not only like India, Australia, or America. You can define for anything. Okay, but in order to explain the scenario, in order to explain a scenario to validate multiple conditions to a single field value, I just use this country field over here. Okay,
Ravi, your screen will not visible. I think so.
really? Is it for all? Rohit,
Is it for all or
Shravanti?
for
Yeah,
myself?
no, no, actually,
I mean, are you able to see my screen, Rohit?
yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, open now.
Yeah, maybe some network issues with you, Varun. Yeah.
Ravi sir,
Yes, 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 please.
yeah, actually, small request. Can you go somewhat slow, sir?
Yeah, sure, sure. See, if you are having any issues with any of the particular shapes, you can ask me right away. Okay, then I can
Yeah,
explain it
okay.
again. Yeah. So, okay,
Oh, go ahead.
okay, fine. So here we have seen about decision. You are clear about this decision shape, right? All of you. And
Yes.
please,
Yeah,
please make some of the points as a note, okay, which will help you. And when it comes to the route, the same thing. It will also do the conditional validation, but the difference is like you can define multiple conditions, which is not possible with the help of a single decision. You can't define a multiple conditions over here, but you can do that with the help of multiple decisions. You can't define a multiple conditions. You can't validate multiple conditions with a single decision. You can't validate multiple conditions with a single decision shape, but you can validate multiple conditions with multiple decisions. You can do that with the help of multiple decisions. But here the thing is like each and every individual shape will take some time to execute. Okay, so if you are using multiple shapes, it will take more time, where you may get performance issues. So that's why whenever you are building any integration solution, it is better to take minimum number of shapes over there. Okay, it is better to take minimum number of shapes over there. So here, let me run this process. See here, one record with India and one with Australia and the other one here. Okay, so we are having 3 records which will be routed to the 3 paths. So with the help of a single route, you just validated multiple conditions for the field called country. Okay, so that is the only difference that we are having between decision and read route. Okay, if you want to validate multiple conditions to a single field value or a single property or a single document cache lookup or whatever it may be, you just need to go with route. Okay, but if you want to go with a single condition to any of these, then you need to use decision. You need to prefer decision. Okay, so now we will go with the business rules, which is the third conditional shape. Here, while you are configuring a business rule, you just need to choose the profile also. So contact profile is my one. Okay, so now let me increase the brand size. Okay, let me define a rule, business rule. So here you can define multiple conditions to multiple fields, You can define multiple conditions to multiple fields. Here in route, you can define multiple conditions to single field. You can define multiple conditions to single field. But here in business rule, you can define multiple conditions to multiple fields. Let me take an example. Status. My status is equal to active and my country is equal to India. My status is equal to active and my country is equal to India. That is the condition. These two conditions I want to define two different fields. One is like, status is equal to static value of active. And here I just want to use a subgroup. Okay, see here, add a condition and add a group. I want to use a group. Okay, and internally I just want to use R, sorry, and internally I just want to use R over here. Okay, country is equal to static value of India, INDIA, India. One second, let me remove this. Add a group. Internal condition that I want to validate is OR. Okay, inside the group I want to use OR condition. Country is equal to static value of India, or country is equal to static value of America, or country is equal to static value of Australia. See what we are doing here, we are defining multiple conditions. One condition is for status active. So every time status should be active, and the countries will be like India or America or Australia, whatever it may be. Country is like a subgroup. Here we are using a country condition in a subgroup, and the operator is like or. If country name is equal to India or America or Australia, out of these three, whatever it may be, but always the status should be active. Okay, here it is like and. Operator is and between the status condition and the subgroup. So every time status should be active, but the country name should be like India or America or Australia. If it is beyond these three, then every time the record will be sent to the rejected path. Okay, so let me take a stop shape over here for rejected and accepted paths. So we have that flexibility to use multiple conditions over multiple fields or multiple properties or multiple map functions, which is not possible with the help of these two shapes. Okay. See here, there is only one record that has sent to the accepted path. Okay. That is sent to the accepted path, and that too country Australia and status active. So as we discussed, every time the status should be active, the country name may be India or America or Australia. That is what we defined in our business rule shape, right? So here, these are the rejected records. Okay. This is the record which got rejected because the status is inactive. Even though the country is India, the status is inactive. The same for this one as well. Even though the country is America, but the status is inactive. That's why this record got rejected. This record sent to the rejected path. So this is how we can use our business rule shape. And there is one more advantage of using business rules. Let me tell you that. Okay. So here, there is a possibility to write the error message. Okay. You can define the error message over here. So error due to the status insert a value. Sorry. Yeah, status. Okay. Error due to the status. And here the value will be populated. This is the custom error message that I have defined. If you want to see that custom error message in the rejected path, you need to use a message shape over here. Okay, you need to use a message shape. So we discussed one point earlier. What was that? If you want to get the metadata information, what you need to use? You need to use business. One second. Business rules failure. Business rule failure. Okay. What is the message? What is the which property we need to use in order to get the metadata information of shapes? Which property? We need to use document property in order to get the metadata information of the shapes. Metadata, and see here, you will see all the shapes. Metadata, you can get metadata information of all the shapes. So you can find business rules result message, business rule result message, which will return the metadata information of business rule error message. Okay. So now let's connect this over here and here. Save. Now test this. See, you can see the error message, business rule failure. Okay. And what is the error message? Error due to the status inactive. So status inactive, it has taken from the record, taken from the, this message has taken from the business rules, what we have defined in the error message. See here, the highlighted one, error due to the status inactive. This is taken from the content what we defined in our business rules. This is the content what we defined, right? This is the content what we defined. So this is how you can catch the metadata information of the business rules or the error message, which is not possible with these two shapes, but we can do that with the help of a business rule shape. If anyone asks you like what is the difference between business rules or route or decision, you just need to mention all these points. The main difference that we are having is like this will validate a single condition to a single field value or a single property. Okay, but when it comes to the route, it will validate multiple conditions to a single field value or a single property, multiple conditions over a single field value. But here you can validate multiple conditions to a multiple field values or multiple properties or multiple map functions. And there is one more advantage of using business rules is like you can catch the error message also. You can get the error message with the help of business rules, but which we can't do that with the help of route and a decision. Clear, right? All of you. Are you clear about all these three shapes? Any doubts over here? Hello.
Yeah, no, actually.
Okay. So now let me take one more shape, that is cleanse shape. Okay. Let me take cleanse shape. So 1 second. So cleanse shape, what this shape will do. Okay. Cleanse will do, will send the data to the clean path or rejected path. So what is the basis for this? So the basis for this cleanse shape is like it will see the field conditional field like contact. Okay, see here, you can see all the fields for the contact. But for example, if you are having a name with a field length validation, for example, every time my name should be like 3 characters minimum and 5 characters maximum. Name should be like 3 characters minimum, 5 characters maximum. If you are having that conditional validation, see, it will be seen like this. So if the incoming document or the incoming record is not satisfying the condition what we have defined, then it will be sent to the clean path or rejected path. Okay, what basically cleanse do is like it will clean the data. It will clean the data before sending to the other shapes. Cleaning is nothing but whether the document is up to the standards, what we have configured. Okay, standard is nothing but if the name field length is within the limits or not. That means name field is having a minimum field length of 3 and maximum length of 5, whether it is up to these conditions what we have set. If the incoming record satisfies this condition, then that record will be sent to the clean path, saying that that record is a clean record. It satisfied the conditions what we defined for the profile. Else it will be sent to the rejected path, saying that this is not up to the standards or it is not up to the conditions what we have set. So for example, there is one more option to repair this document while validating. You want to repair or you are not interested to repair. First we will go with this no repair reject document, then we will see the other. Okay, now let me test this document. Save, test. See here, maximum field length exceeded. That means while you are doing this conditional validation also, it is getting failed. So let me do one thing. Let me remove these three first, okay? Because we just did some changes in our profile, right? In order to work on the cleanse shape. So see here, how many records sent to the clean path? 2 records. Why? Because these 2 records satisfied the condition. Ravi is nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 characters, which is in between the characters that we defined 3 and 5. It is in between that. So for this record, it is like Divya. Divya also having 4 characters, 1, 2, 3, sorry, 5 characters. It is also within the limit, but one record got rejected, which is not within the limits. Okay, which is not within the limits. Snehit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 characters, but the maximum is like 5. So it is not satisfying the field length validation what we have said. So this record got rejected. So what cleanse shape will do is nothing but it will repair the document. It will repair the document. So now we'll do one more thing. Okay. If you are not repairing it, then it will reject it directly. So if you want to repair, if it is too short, if it is less than 3 characters, then what you want to do? Append some character. Okay. If the field length is less than 3, then I just want to add at the last. If the element has maximum length restriction, if it is more than 5 characters, then trailing characters, trim trailing characters, last characters will be trimmed. Okay, now let's see this. So if you define these conditionals, if you define these repair options, then you can see this green color tick symbol. That means that you are just adjusted. For example, if it is not satisfying that field length also, you are repairing the document. Now let's see, all the records has sent to the accepted path only. All the records has sent to the clean path. So here in clean path, see here for the Snehit, SNEHATH, TH got trimmed and only 5 characters. We are sending only 5 characters. The trimming has been happened in the cleanse shape. So this is how it will clean the data. Okay. And let me take a message also. There is a possibility to take the error message also. Okay. There is a possibility to go with to catch the error messages in cleanse. How you can do that? So cleanse error message. Okay. If you want to catch the cleanse error message, again document property, metadata information, but here now we need to go with cleanse result message. Cleanse result message. Now it is not business rule error message. This is cleanse error message. Okay. Now let me save and just in order to fail, because you need to see a failure in order to get that cleanse error message. So what I'm doing, I'm just going with no repairs. I'm just going with no repairs. See, let me test this process. So here you can see the rejected document, because Snehit is the document which got rejected, and the reason for that is cleansing failed on a data element. The element is cleanse maximum length fall. Okay, maximum length, it is exceeding the maximum length. Okay, message thrown, element is longer than maximum allowed length, element is greater than maximum allowed length. Okay, so this is how cleanse shape is going to work. Okay, so This is like you can clean the data before sending to the shapes, which will avoid the failures. And these three are the like conditional shapes. Okay. If you understand these three things, then it will be easy for you going forward. Okay. Conditional shapes we can use anywhere, and cleanse is also there might be a chance of using this shape. So are you clear on these three things, on these four things?
Yes, yes, clear, clear.
Okay, so if you're clear, then we'll just stop here, because I don't want to increase the number of shapes that we are discussing today, because it will burden you. You can practice these four shapes, okay, and we will continue tomorrow with document catch. Okay, document catch is also important topic. Like going forward, each and everything is an important topic. Like you just need to understand. If you are good with these basics, then it will be easy for you guys to build an integration. Okay, without knowing these basics, I mean, I don't say like these are very difficult things, these are very simple things, but the thing is like you just need to do the practice. If you are good with the practice, then you can remember these things, which will be easy for you while building an integration flow. Okay, so just practice. If you are having any doubts, please let me know. I'm here to help you. Okay, clear, all of you?
Yeah, clear.
Okay, then if you are having any questions, then you can stay here, or else you can drop off. Okay, so no questions, right? Thank you guys, thanks for joining.